watched the Wings game and a little bit of the World Series, but mostly the Wings game.
Yeah.
Especially because the Wings game ended around like 9:25, whatever. The World Series was in the second or third. No.
Yeah.
It was a little quicker than yesterday. I didn't watch.
Yeah.
I went to sleep. It was 5
Yeah.
winning the game. But yeah, the Wings were really, really cool. How was your night?
My night was great.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing too exciting,
Nothing.
but it was good.
Just another Wednesday night.
Exactly.
In October. Yeah, it was. I was down at the Wings watch party for a little bit.
Beautiful.
Down at the soundboard. It was packed. It was a lot of fun. We unveiled the mural. Stevie Y holding up the cup on one of them, and then one of the other boards had the picture of Gibby after the '84 series.
Right.
Barry running for his 2,000 yards in '97, and then also the Bad Boys in '89.
Great.
So it was. It's gonna look awesome.
Right.
But it was fun.
That's a cool venue.
Yeah. That's the first time I've been inside Soundboard. And it is a really cool venue. And Darren McCarty was there. Joey Kosar was there. We had some good times.
Oh, man, the three could have a battle royal. I mean, their boxing skills and your blocking skills, I mean, they're pretty good.
Yeah. We did come out of there all right.
Yeah. We do beat them in a fight.
Would I beat them in a fight? Size does matter.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's probably why I'm not getting any. Anyway. But that's interesting because you do have the size and the girth, and I'm not saying girth in a bad way. I didn't mean it sexual either. I meant.
What did you mean?
I meant weight-wise, the girth of the that type of thing.
You said you didn't mean it that way, but then you said you didn't mean it the other way.
Well, because Jansen was laughing. Because anything that, everything's on the perv. Anytime, anything with any type of sexual innuendo, even if it's not intended to, this guy laughs like a schoolboy.
Well, he's definitely got a butthead or Beavis mentality.
Oh,
I
There's no question.
Yes.
Did you watch that, by the way, John?
No, I didn't. No.
Stop. That's your wheelhouse.
That's right. Your age. Yeah.
Yeah. No. All these TV shows. I wasn't a TV guy.
What did you do in college besides work out, play football, and stuff?
Drink. That's about it.
He didn't party much. No, remember he was the one that went in on Thursday night and said, "Get out of here, you guys."
He's the narc.
That was the narc. Just one more change.
He's Lloyd's cop.
He was the coach's dad.
You say narc, I say team leader. Those championships don't win themselves, right, John?
Thank you. That's straight from the grave.
The Greg. Well, it's the Greg Hargrave, right, on Twitter?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like that.
Like a particular university.
Yeah. That's right.
After all these years.
The American University. All right. Speaking of the Wings, you have a chance to win a pair of tickets to see the Wings take on the Florida Panthers Friday, October 29th. And the Panthers are undefeated.
Yeah.
They're really, really good. Now, how long their coach is going to be there remains to be seen. We'll get into that in the news. Joel Quenneville, coaches the Florida Panthers. He also coaches the Chicago Blackhawks. They won the Cups. It's going on right now in the NHL. Like I said, we'll get into that a little later in Heather's news. Anyway, tickets are on sale for the game tomorrow night. For tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com. And when you hear Dylan Larkin's game-winning overtime goal from last night, you be the third caller for 853-997-97, and you can win those ducats. And speaking of which, man, what a really good win, a good road win for the Rebels. Even if they would have lost in overtime, I would have felt good because they were down 2-0. They played really well 5-on-5. Both Washington goals were power plays. That you didn't, just can't leave him in any space. It's still so quick. He was like 4 goals away from passing. I think Brett Hall into 4th place all time. Kuznetsov got the other goal, and then the Wings come back. I mean, Ernie, Fabry, and Larkin in overtime. And Grice played really well last night. It was good to see Roenick back in the lineup. He contributed, and the kids, Sider and Raymond, played very well. Raymond setting up the game-winning goal. He had a chance to win it himself.
Yeah.
And Chris Osgood even said, I'm sure Larkin would tell him next time, shoot the puck.
Yeah.
And he went around, and passion, and it's really good. And it says something when your coach, the first shift of overtime, I believe it was the first shift, had Raymond and Sider out there with Larkin in a 3-on-3 extravaganza, which is overtime.
Yes. Well, I mean, you want your players out there that you get confidence in, and they're going to do something. And this is, I thought yesterday was a good win for a lot of reasons. One, you want to be able to win in overtime. Those young guys got to learn how to do that. It's a good team.
Yeah,
It's a really good team.
Washington has not lost in regulation this year.
3 overtime
Losses. The Wings are now 4-2-1. And the fact of the matter is, they had lost 2 in a row. Calgary beat them at Little Caesars Arena, then they really laid an egg in Montreal. And they come back and they win Chicago, and they win last night. That's really good. Now the schedule does toughen up a little bit if you play that game. Living in Florida, like we mentioned, undefeated coming to the LCA. They're in Toronto on Saturday. We'll have to play that without one of their best players. And Tuesday. There was also something in that game last night. I don't know if you guys were watching it. I've never seen it before. I don't think any of the announcers ever saw it before. Larkin broke his stick in a play that his opponent, I don't forget who it was, should have been called for a penalty. In today's NHL, if you slash a stick, it's a penalty. The stick broke. So he's going by the bench, and Paul Boyer, the equipment manager, right there, real quick, has the stick ready, hands the stick out. Member of the Capitals, Kuznetsov, is skating right by the bench. Stick, it's him in the face, and he goes down. Paul Boyer could have got a 2-minute penalty for high sticking.
Get the clothesline.
It was unbelievable. It was well done, Paul.
Oops, sorry, I didn't see you.
I didn't think he did it on purpose, but that was pretty cool. So good to see the Wings playing some really good hockey. Pistons trying to get their first win tonight. They take on Philadelphia. Tonight we'll look at the World Series in a second, but tonight we have a very interesting football. I believe I heard, and I should look it up to find out exactly, but this is like the first time since the Super Bowl era that 2 teams with 13 wins are playing this early in the season. When you have the Packers against the Cardinals tonight on Thursday Night Football.
And what an odds.
Yeah, I know. It was really
Because I know the Titans and the Rams in '99, they played in the Super Bowl, but they played in the regular season. Both were undefeated, like 5-6.
Yeah.
So it's all how you craft it.
Exactly.
The game mark and all that.
That's the way statistics, run. Use them any way you want. Anyway, as we know, it looks like Devontae Adams is out, right?
Yep.
And Lazard is out.
Yep.
So Aaron Rodgers is going to be, okay, here we go. Jones, Dillon, a little bit of running game. And now, especially now that we find out that J.J. Watt
Is out.
is not only out for the game, he's out for the season.
Yeah.
He's getting shoulder surgery. And one of the things about the Cardinals, Kyler Murray and D-Hop and those guys, they get all the publicity, but it's been their defense that has really been the biggest surprise on that team. That's why they're undefeated.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how it changes some of the blocking schemes that the Packers will have, because that front four of the Cardinals is extremely good. And if J.J. Watt is not acquiring attention, all that attention is going to go elsewhere. It'll be interesting to see how they scheme some things up front for the Cardinals. But it'll be interesting tonight to see if the Cardinals. I think this is just another test to see if they're legit, they're for real.
It used to be the Thursday night games were the games, but
The-
lately
yeah.
they've been pretty good.
They've been really
I mean,
good.
this is should be a really good game.
This is a huge game for them in terms of separating themselves.
Yes.
Like if they can get a win tonight, the Cardinals, I mean, they won in LA. The Rams have to play the Packers pretty soon. Everybody else, maybe Tampa's the other threat to be home field, but this would be huge.
And unfortunately for the Lions, this J.J. Watt injury really affects them. Not only play the Cardinals, but it might make it easier for the Rams to win the division, which would give them a first draft.
That's a bummer injury, man.
Yes.
You kind of wanted to see the Hopkins-Watt thing work, because they left Houston, and they both called out the situation for what it was ahead of time. And to see them be successful, they're both good dudes, especially, they really are. And just a bummer. I'm so sick of the injuries, man. Does it seem to you guys like people are just getting hurt way more than ever before in football? Or is it just because we got, when I was younger, there was 26 teams, and now there's 32.
Mark Ingram back to the Saints.
Yes.
And I saw Brandon Cooks tweet out, "This is old what?" So that whole situation in Houston is just so they should not win. And they're trying to tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the team.
The other thing too, we don't get into making fun of looks too much, but Cal McNair, he seriously looks like a shyster. He just looks
I
like
know.
a shyster.
Patty's. There you go, son. You just take over. Do your thing. Speaking of Houston, the Astros even the series with the Braves, 7-2. Jose Urquidy did a nice job starting pitching for the Astros. 5 innings, 7 strikeouts. Altuve hit a home run. See whose home run was off of last night?
I did not.
Former Tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Buck Farmer?
Drew Smiley, ladies and gentlemen. That was on the Atlanta Braves. Anyway, on the show today, we have Jason Strayhorn, who is the color commentator for Michigan State's Football Radio Network, former Spartan himself. Also a good buddy of Mr. John Jansen.
This show's not allowed to put him on it, are we?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I know. Normally it would be 2 to 6, but we're reaching out to our Spartan brethren.
He broke through the wall.
That's right. Also, 7:25 is the 2 Grand Slam. Coming up next, Heather with news.
Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of updates in my first news. I'm going to tell you what's going on with the whole Alec Baldwin shooting case. I'm going to update you on the Blackhawks John Doe. Plus, there's been some new words added to the dictionary, and I'll fill you in on those as well.
All right, 97 won the ticket.
Hey, if you're dealing with old sports injuries, arthritis, or joint pain, if you've been told that you possibly need a new hip or a new knee, pay attention because I want to tell you about Straith Orthopedics. They've got 2 locations. There's one in North Bloomfield, another one in Southfield. Dr. Brandt and Dr. Fleischman are Michigan's top hip and knee robotic joint replacement specialists. Straith Orthopedics offers affordable, minimally invasive treatment for joint pain, robotic hip and knee replacement, which comes at no additional cost, and they accept most insurances. Now pay attention to this one because I think this is interesting. They even offer discounted cash pay plans so you can start living your life pain-free in no time. And I mentioned the discounted cash pay options. They also have, there's this medical tourism for those traveling from Canada and outside countries. Now is the time to take advantage of end-of-year insurance coverage because most of us have already hit our high deductibles, which means there's less out of pocket if you take advantage now before insurance renews. And if you're nervous about seeing a doctor, each month Straith Orthopedics is offering free dinner with the doctor events. The next free dinner with the doctor event is on December the 1st at Andiamo in Livonia. So if you're suffering from joint pain, Dr. Fleischman will share cutting-edge treatment options for hip and knee pain. You don't want to miss it. You can register for free by visiting straith.org or you can give them a call at 855-STRAIGHT. That's STRAITH. Straith Orthopedics is committed to you.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJD 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Fanduel Sportsbook at Motor City Casino. Sports betting in a sports setting. The roads still look great this morning. No reported accidents or slowdowns. No issues along 75, 94, 696, or Latch and Southfield freeways. Make every play count with NFL Live Betting at Fanduel Sportsbook at the Motor City Casino. Live betting lets you in on the action all game long. Even if you missed opening kickoff, you can still place all your favorite bets for money line, point spreads, over-unders, and more. Visit today or download the Fanduel Sportsbook app to get started. I'm Michelle Penny with traffic.
The powerful new iPhone 13 Pro is here. The most advanced camera in an iPhone. And T-Mobile is the place to get it.
This new cinematic mode turned my travel videos into a filmmaking masterpiece.
Get the most out of your new iPhone on America's largest, fastest 5G network.
And posting. Whoa, that was fast.
And now, you can get iPhone 13 Pro
rates the lowest they've been all year. It's your second chance to refinance. Call Hall Financial today to see if you qualify for our no appraisal 8-day close. Our commitment to speed and client service has earned us nearly 4,000 5-star reviews. Start your refinance today. 866-CALL-HALL or chat with us at callhallfirst.com.
All Financial, NMLS ID 1467435. Equal housing lender.
97.1 The Ticket and Beaumont's Student Heart Check program provides a healthy heart check for students whose families might not otherwise be able to afford it. Go to 971theticket.com, search Student Heart Check, and help make a difference in our community.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up, there's a lot of meetups, eat-ups, and hurry-ups. So come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. Fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And snack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell. And agents that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gas. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer WetJet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Sip and save at Circle K with our great new drink subscription. Join Sip and Save today and enjoy 1 drink a day every day for just $5.99 a month. Enjoy your favorite Circle K ice cold fountain drink, Froster, or freshly ground coffee every day. That's 30 drinks a month for only $5.99. So sip and save at Circle K. Sign up in store or at CircleK.com. Circle K. Take it easy.
Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Let your voice be heard. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas. Jared Goff joins Carson Anderson Tuesdays at 10:30 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Wings over the Caps in overtime, 3-2. They take on Florida tomorrow night at the LCA. The Pistons are in Philadelphia tonight to take on the Sixers. The Astros win Game 2 of the World Series. 7-2. The series is now tied at one end. Exhibition college basketball. The New Look Spartans all over Ferris State, 92-58. Touted freshman Max Christie at 17 points. I did not watch the game. It was on Big Ten Plus.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, you don't get it?
Big Ten Plus. No, it's
Oh, shoot, it's pretty cool.
on your phone, you mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, actually, he had 17 points. All right. Heather, what's going on?
Well, I'm going to start with this. It is National First Responders Day. So huge thank you to all the first responders.
Thank you.
Yes, and Krispy Kreme is giving out free donuts and free coffee today for first responders. So cops, firefighters, EMTs, even 911 operators, dispatchers, and search and rescue crews are eligible. So go get your free donuts and coffee for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. Ann Arbor Public Schools will be canceled on Monday due to staffing shortages. So the superintendent sent out an email to the school community on Wednesday afternoon to announce that classes would be canceled district-wide on Monday. And the announcement also said the decision to cancel classes is due in part to provide some relief during this demanding fall for our students and staff. And they also say it's a day that traditionally sees higher student and staff absences. It's the day right after Halloween and between Election Day.
Okay,
So
I
it's a
get
day
that.
where sometimes people don't show up anyhow. So Friday for Ann Arbor Public School elementary students is a half day. And then Tuesday, schools are closed for Election Day. So hello, long weekend to all the students. Parents might not be saying that, but the students are.
Well, Doug Karsh is a parent of Ann Arbor School.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
wonder what was going through his mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that a lot of districts are suffering from, not just Ann Arbor with these
Yes.
staff shortages. And do say they are making progress in regards to the shortage and that they are advertising for numerous teaching and staff positions. So hopefully they and every other school district can get that under control.
Yeah.
So the 80-year-old woman whose purse was stolen from that Independence Township Kroger isn't going to press charges because it turns out that the suspect actually called the sheriff's office herself after she saw her face all over media reports. So at least this woman did decide to do the right thing.
She owned up.
She returned the stolen money. She apologized to the victim. And of course, the police say, they're kind of saddened to see that this individual wouldn't face full responsibility for her intentional act. It's obviously nice that it ended in the way it did. So the thing that she won't be able to do, though, is shop at that Kroger again because she's been banned from ever shopping there.
Well,
So
maybe
that's her punishment.
The act of kindness of not pressing the charges will have an effect on her life.
Yeah, I hope so. She'll think twice the next time she sees a lone purse or whatever she wants to steal. Who knows? So, police investigating the fatal shooting on the Alec Baldwin movie set Rust spoke for the first time about the case and made it clear that criminal charges are still on the table for everyone involved. This story, I always feel like every day when I look for news, there's always something new being released, whether it's an actor or a person on set is speaking out about what they saw or what they did. And it definitely sounds like there's a lot of things that weren't being done quite properly on this movie set. Investigators said on Wednesday that there was some complacency in how weapons were handled on the set, and the Santa Fe County Sheriff actually said that 500 rounds of ammo, which included a mix of blanks, dummy rounds, and live rounds, were found while searching the set.
Obviously, I think the industry has had a record recently of being safe. I think there was some complacency on this set, and I think there are some safety issues that need to be addressed by the industry and possibly by the state of New Mexico.
So we didn't get a ton of new information during their press conference. They said they're still in the process of interviewing people who were working on set. There's about 90 people total. And then they're going to re-interview a ton of people they've already talked to, including Baldwin, also the director, the assistant director, as well as the armorer in charge of the weapons.
I can't believe. All right, so one of the first rules that in terms of handling a gun is that it's always loaded, right? You just assume it's always loaded.
Right.
But I can't believe in an environment like that they would have a mix of live rounds and dummy rounds.
Well, I had heard that a lot of the crew was using that exact gun on off days. Like, they would go out to shoot with it. Like, I've read stories about that weapon had been used just for fun or like target practice or things like that. So the assistant director who actually handed the gun to Baldwin during this day of rehearsals handed him the gun and said that it was, I don't know the term, the cold gun or that it was safe to use. So Baldwin was under the impression that it was a safe gun, that it wasn't going to be loaded with a live round. And then I've read stories about this armorer who, she was nervous for this position. There's so many stories. I think this is going to be a long investigation. I do believe that Alec Baldwin will probably face charges. He was the producer of the film. I don't think he's going to face murder charges. This was an unfortunate accident, but he was the producer, meaning he had a huge responsibility for what was going on this movie set.
Always, somebody who owns a company, if the company does something wrong, even if he doesn't know anything about it, he's in trouble. That's the way it is.
Yep, for sure. So the John Doe who accused former Blackhawks video coordinator Brad Aldridge of sexual assault came forward on Wednesday evening. Kyle Beach, a 2008 first-round pick for the Blackhawks who is now playing professionally in Germany, he revealed himself in a really emotional interview on TSN. And during this interview, it was quite long, 25 minutes, he said that he is still working through the healing process after suppressing the memory of his assault for years after initially reporting it.
To be honest, I was scared, mostly. I was fearful. I had my career threatened. I felt alone and dark. It's tough to recall these moments. I think I felt to do. As a 20-year-old, I would never dream, or you could never imagine being put in this situation by somebody that's supposed to be there to help you and to make you a better hockey player and a better person and continue to build your career. And just scared and alone with no idea what to do.
Look, he told certain people, and we trusted would do the right thing, and that never happened. That's why you had the general manager, Scotty Bowman's on stand. He resigned. Under pressure, he would have been fired anyway. It's sick. I mean, I've heard some of it. You know, some of the players who were on that team that won the cup, some of them they obviously didn't know. Patrick Kane, who was in quarantine, requested to speak after their game last night. He did. I heard Patrick Taves, and they're just completely, taken aback by this. I mean, the name doesn't mean much to a lot of people. He was he was a minor league player, the Black Aces that they bring up for the playoffs for practice purposes. And look, they were so focused on the Stanley Cup, and that's part of the lame-ass excuse that they're using. And it's just sick. And Aldrich, the guy who assaulted Patrick, his name's on the Stanley Cup, and he let it talking about how that's what made him sick. Seeing him come around,
DirecTV stream with no annual contract. It's pretty exciting.
That's right, exactly. It's the state championship, and with little more ramifications this year because both teams are 7-0, and both teams have major questions going into this game because, let's be frank, both teams really haven't played anybody that good. Going into the season, we thought, all right, Michigan State's going to get a test at Miami. Still a really good win to go down there and win.
Probably the best win amongst all of them.
Yes. We thought Indiana was probably going to be a better team, and they struggled a little bit, but they won. A lot of people thought Washington at home at the Big House was going to be a tough game, but they just blew them out. Ran right through it.
Wisconsin
and Madison. So those have been good wins, but they haven't played anybody who's sitting there going, this team right now can get to the college football playoff and win the championship. But obviously, both teams undefeated. And the Big Ten it's going to be a great. So I'm going to ask you, as a fan of whichever school you are, 248-539-9797, what makes you the most nervous for this? When you look at the game, what makes you most nervous?
Okay, I'm going to look at this as a fan. As a fan, I would say that the most nervous that I would be about the big play potential that Michigan State has. That they are able to hit, whether it's Reed or Naylor or Mosley, and then come with the knockout punch of KW3 coming out of the backfield. That, as a fan, makes me most nervous.
As a Michigan fan, what makes me the most nervous is that they will be offensively hamstrung by the stubbornness and conservativeness of their offensive coordinator, Jim Harbaugh.
Well, Josh Gattis is calling the plays.
Okay, well, I'm sure they have the playmakers, what Jim Harbaugh can say. But whatever, okay, so it's whatever. I just don't think they use their assets as well as they should. That's what bothers me. Second and 1, third and 1, the red zone, you kind of know what's going to happen. Don't be so predictable. That's what bothers me, that they'll have a chance to score more points, and they'll just F up in the red zone.
One more than the other.
I understand. You're asking me what...
No, I didn't ask you.
I asked. Well, that's what makes me the most nervous as a Michigan fan.
As a fan, I have more confidence. Because you take the fandom and you look at all of the positives of your team, right? And I look at all the positives of Michigan. As somebody just looking from a football perspective, I'm about 50% confident, 50% nervous.
Well, that's close game.
Right, because you, like as you mentioned, I don't know that there's been a great test for the team in regards to they've all passed 7 tests. All right, they've been able to pass all of them.
All the quizzes. This is their first big test.
Right, and if I was back in school, this would be one where you would you'd go to the admin and say, you know what, I'm going to take these pass fail, and ultimately that's what it is. But if you were to grade them, I think you'd have a whole bunch of C's, and not a whole lot of B pluses or A's or anything like that. So they've done what they've needed to do to get to this point. Both programs to 7-0, but there's just aspects of the game plan or of their estimation of watching him, and I've mentioned this in some of the post games, he's played very well this year.
I don't know if he's truly been tested, and I think he will, and I think he's the key to the secondary. Look, I said I thought yesterday that Dax Hill is going to be a really important player, but ultimately Michigan State has the weapons to go away from him. You know, they can just, whoever Hill's at, they go the other way. That's kind of what they did last year. And I think a lot's going to fall on Gray to come up with some big plays in this game. He's been way better this year. I agree with you, John, but he was terrible last year, and I just don't think he's been truly tested yet this year. So if you're not getting pressure on them, he's going to be in single coverage at times against really good receivers, and I'm not quite sure I believe in it yet. That's what makes me nervous.
That's fair.
He can't do
fair.
it.
Right. Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, obviously, I think there's a whole lot of people going into this game that are nervous about the secondary after what Michigan State, Indiana, anybody else did against the secondary last year.
Right. You just have to
trust that the scheme is different. You've got different coordinators, different coaches.
Yes.
I have full faith in Stoney's guy, Ron Bellamy.
Klingsky, he's the safety guy.
Yeah. Well, they're both in the secondary.
And Klingsky, yes. By the way, congratulations to Justin in Belleville. He heard Ken Cal's call of the Dylan Larkin overtime goal, so he gets the pair of tickets to see the Wings take on the Florida Panthers tomorrow night at Little Caesars Arena. Tickets on sale now. For ticket information, go to DetroitRedWings.com. Mike in Lake Orion, you're on 97.1 The Ticket. Hi, Mike.
Hi, how's it going? This is totally next. It's going to be the what quarterback plays better, but how is Michigan a 4-point favorite on the road? I know Vegas does it to get people, to bet on each side, but I don't understand that. If you think they're so evenly matched, don't you think it's going to come down to the quarterback play?
And that's one matchup. And look, you're right. The reason Vegas sets the line is because they want to get equal play on both sides.
It was up to 4.5 yesterday.
Now it's back down to 4. I think
it's down to 4. I think we'll probably see it drop even a little bit more.
Michigan State minus 4.
John?
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
For our picks.
Are you nervous about this game, John? Really nervous?
I wouldn't say really nervous. Like I'm kind of right in the middle. I'm 50% confident. I'm 50% nervous. And I think that's what makes this game great. Is I'm still not exactly sure what Michigan State is offensively, because I know that they have this big play potential, but can they sustain drives? And on the flip side for Michigan, can they defend the big play? Can they eliminate the big play?
Yeah, when you were a player, did you get nervous before the big game, like when you played Ohio State, when you played Washington State, the Rose Bowl, or did players shut all this stuff down? You know what I mean?
I wasn't nervous before the games. I was only nervous in some of the games where I didn't feel like I had prepared the way I should have, and I was going in without the film study or the practice that I had. But going into those games, going into Michigan State, on both sides that they have done everything that they possibly could to prepare for this game. So I wasn't nervous when I knew I had studied for the test.
Why not prepare for the other games?
No, I did. I'm just saying there was some where I just, like, if I went in, if I didn't have all of it, I just felt a little bit more nervous.
So Mike, which school are you a fan of?
I'm a fan of Michigan, and I'm really nervous, and I couldn't see putting 4 or -4 on the road. If it was home, I could maybe see it, but I'm just really nervous. And my last point is, do you guys think Michigan secondary is a strength? Because I kind of like what I've seen from them. Even Vincent Gray's improved a lot. You guys have a good day.
It's the opposite of what makes nervous, what makes Tom Gov nervous. Yeah. Well, they have improved a lot, yes.
I'm much more confident in the secondary this year, and to me, it's more of an awareness for them. I think they can cover, and I think that they're going to play well. But against Nebraska had schemed up some plays where you have wide open receivers, and thankfully they weren't for 80-yard plays.
Correct.
But they don't have Speedy Naylor or Mosley.
West Bloomfield's own Trey Mosley.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. 97.1 The Ticket. Our telephone number 248-539-9797. Still on the program, a former Spartan lineman, Jason Strayhorn, will join us at 7:35. 2 Grand Slam coming up at 7:20.
Hey, it's John Jansen here for Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Is your lease coming due and you're unsure of what to do next? Well, I'll tell you what, Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram wants to help. During Ram Power Days, tag one of the 500 new vehicles being built right now. Or if you want to, you can build your own custom vehicle to take delivery in as little as 3 weeks. This month, they've got a couple of promotions going, and it only goes until Sunday, October 31. You're going to get an extra $750 dealer discount when you mention 97.1 the ticket. In addition to that, because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, for every vehicle sold during the month of October, Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will also donate $250 to a local breast cancer charity. So make the difference in the life of someone who needs it today when you purchase or lease a new vehicle from Southfield. All you got to do is log on to SouthfieldChrysler.com or go over and see my friends Bill and Tim and their entire team at Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to get started today. Whether you live in West Bloomfield, Birmingham, Allen Park, or Warren, you're just a short drive or click away from the best car buying experience you're ever going to have. Visit them online at SouthfieldChrysler.com. And remember, all roads in all towns lead to Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 11 and a half and Telegraph.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, no reports of accidents on the drive this morning, although traffic volumes are beginning to build through that 275 work zone as you make your way northbound between Will Carlton and Eureka Road. Also keep in mind lane closures continue M59 both directions between Romeo Plank and Gratiot Avenue. Now that eastbound work is scheduled through the weekend, westbound is scheduled until November 9th. You can still use 21 Mile Road. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Make better bets, bet smarter, and beat the books today. Download the BetQL app today to better your chances.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. On night 2 of the 117th World Series, the Cheaters prospered. Jose Altuve, who won 0-for-5 in Tuesday night's opener, got the Astros started with a double off Braves starter Max Fried. He came around to score on Alex Bregman's sacrifice fly to center. Atlanta's Travis d'Arnaud tied the contest with a solo homer in the top of the second. Then Houston broke it open in the bottom of the second with 4 runs on 5 singles. A wild pitch and a weird fielding error in which the Braves left third base unmanned as left fielder Eddie Rosario tried to throw out Jose Siri, attempting to go from first to third. Houston ultimately cruised to a 7-2 victory, making this a best 3 of 5 series as the action shifts to Atlanta. Right-handers Luis Garcia of the Astros and Ian Anderson of the Braves are Friday night's Game 3 starters. I'm Boomer Esiason. Lowe's Provember event is back, and we're thanking pros like you all month long. So when you become a Pro Loyalty member, now through November 24th, you'll get a welcome kit via mail, Lowe's bucket included. It's all part of Provember, going on online and in stores. Lowe's, the new home for pros. New accounts only. More terms and conditions apply while supplies last. Visit Lowe's.com/ProLoyalty for details. U.S. only.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone. More details at AutoZone.com.
Sign up today at BetMGM and enjoy the thrill of victory on your very first bet. The King of Sportsbooks welcomes you to Showtime with the Lock of the Year. Simply place a $10 moneyline wager on either Green Bay or Arizona. If either team scores a touchdown, you'll win $200 in free bets, regardless of your bet's outcome. Think about that. You just need one touchdown from either a Murray offense or a Packers offense. I think that's easy money. Just use bonus code TOMM200 when you make your first bet to take advantage of this offer. Enjoy football like never before at BetMGM's live betting options, boosted odds specials, and daily promotions at your fingertips all season long. And don't forget, we also got the World Series going on right now. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code TOMM200 to win $200 in free bets if either Green Bay or Arizona scores a touchdown. Nothing beats a W at BetMGM. This is a new customer offer, paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Michigan only. Gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket, powered by Odyssey and presented by BetQL. Become a better sports bettor. Get smarter to beat the books. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today.
Get the latest sports news and inside information about Michigan and Michigan State on the 5 Star Zone with Rico Beard. Download it today on the Odyssey app. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
97.1 the tickets we're asking at 248-539-9797. What makes you most nervous about Saturday's game? And if you're a Spartan fan or a Wolverine fan, take a text. Love having you on the airways, John, but be honest, you think Michigan is going to crush them?
Well, if you okay, I'm put my fan hat on. Hell yeah!
You think they're going to crush them?
If I put my fan hat on.
Okay, I'm putting my fan hat. Well, even most Michigan fans who put their fan hat on think they're going to win. Don't think they're going to crush them.
Oh no! If I put my fan hat on and I start constructing a game plan for how they're going to win and all the things. So what happens then is I think all of the bad things that could happen to the Spartans are going to happen, and all the good things are going to happen to Michigan. That's my fan hat.
Okay, so you believe that every fan?
No, I'm not saying. I'm talking about me.
Okay, so you as a fan, whether it's Michigan, whether it's the Lions, whatever, you always think that team is going to crush them, let alone win? You're a Lion fan.
I'm simply talking about this game, this scenario. Yes, I do. And I put my football hat on. I think this game is going to be 2 or 3 points either way.
Okay, but what are you?
What am I?
Yeah, so if I said, what kind of game is it going to be? Is it going to be a close game, or are they going to crush him?
It depends on which John you're asking.
No, I'm asking John Jansen. I don't care which John. I didn't know you have an evil twin. I'm just asking you. If somebody swears up the street, John, what's the game going to be like? Who's going to win, or whatever?
Michigan.
We know Michigan's going to win. How much are they going to win by?
2 touchdowns.
Wow. So you think they're going to go in there and
crush him? He does.
They kind of physically own him.
That's my fan hat, and it's hard for me. And when people call in and they say that, yeah, it is hard for me to take my fan hat off. But when I do, and I look at this game, I think it could go either way. It's 2 or 3. When it comes down to it, all right, it's going to be a 2 or 3 point game.
Okay,
we just said 14.
Just say, yeah.
I never had my fan hat on.
Which guy? Do me a favor, when you schedule the show, figure out. I need to know if it's John Jansen fan or John Jansen as a.
You asked me as a fan, and the ticket texture said fan.
John Jansen.
Yes.
Well, okay. There's no.
There's a big difference for me.
Well, it's like Stoney when you do that show on Sundays with Jim. It's Lion State Media.
I know. All right. The Michigan State offensive line is the position group that is the shakiest. The 2 good defenses they have faced, they haven't been good at all. That's what makes me nervous. It's a Spartan.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Or you say something like that.
What makes me nervous, if I was a Spartan fan, is that they continually rotate those offensive linemen in and out. I don't understand the concept of that. And having played the position, and TJ and I talked about it on the Necessary Roughness podcast, it seems awkward that you would have, you sometimes do that with one position, but not so many.
It's like when Dean Smith coached North Carolina, they put in the blue team for a little bit,
Well, they'll still be able to do it because Michigan's going to, play out the entire play clock.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
true.
would never go hurry up. I mean,
No, it's Michigan State's offense. Michigan's pass rush concerns me as a Spartan. Okay. My biggest concern is Michigan State's offensive line. In close games, they've not been able to get any push. If that happens, Michigan will control the line of scrimmage and win. Hopefully not Go Green, Chris, and Sterling Heights. Michigan fans should be most nervous about it. Jim Harbaugh trying to prove he's the smartest guy in the room. The guy always screws up the game. That's what I basically said offensively. They'll pull the reins back too much. Cade not throwing the deep ball makes me nervous. If State can corral the tight ends when they delay and release into the secondary, that would be a huge help. So Michigan's tight ends makes the Spartan fan nervous. The rain forecast is only going to help Michigan because it will negate the speed of State's receivers.
Has the forecast changed? Because we talked about it yesterday. I'm going to look it up real quick as you go through these texts, because I think yesterday it was like 15 or 20% chance of rain.
What makes
20% still, 54 degrees, 10 mile per hour wind.
Beautiful. What makes me the most nervous is a blowout by either side. Then one team is getting labeled as a fraud, and the other is still somewhat untested. Okay, that's interesting. Because if Michigan State blows them out, or if Michigan blows them out, people say, oh, you really didn't, even they were ranked, but they really weren't any good because they didn't beat anybody before. You know what I mean? I get that. What truly bothers me about Michigan's offense is when they're putting the ball down the opponent's throat with the running game, and all of a sudden on first down, they come out the backfield. This takes away the advantage of having